Welcome back to your English class 7th. So, in last class, we have studied the first chapter of your supplementary reader from the book An Alien Hand, and the chapter name was The Tiny Teacher. So, today we'll be doing with the exercises. I hope the chapter is quite clear. So, we've basically learned about the different and unknown things that a tiny creature ant does in its life, the way it leads its life, and so many things. So, today we'll be starting with the exercise in which we'll directly continue with the question answers. So, a few of the question answers from this comprehension check on page number 5, and one question from the previous comprehension check. So, begin with the copy. Just follow the guidelines as it was previously told to you while making the notes of the first chapter of your main course reader. So put on the name of the chapter in the center of the first line of the page along with the date and page number. Put on a heading, picture, and draw any of the picture from the chapter, and moving on to the next page, give a heading question and answers where you will write down the first question, that is, how long does it take for a grub to become a complete ant? So this is the first question. Right, you can get the questions from your book also. Now you can start writing with the answers. After 2 or 3 weeks, a grub becomes a cocoon. Full stop. I'll repeat. After 2 or 3 weeks, a grub becomes a cocoon. After another 3 weeks, comma, the cocoon breaks and a complete ant appears. After 3 weeks, comma, the cocoon breaks and a complete ant appears. You can pause the screen if you have problem while matching with my speed. So you can just pause the screen and write down the answer. So this is the first question. Moving on to the next chapter. Next question, sorry. Why do the worker ants carry the grubs about? So the answer will be the worker ants carry the grubs about daily for airing, exercise, and sunshine. While reading the chapter, we have studied that these things were the things that the workers did for the young eggs that were produced by the ants. So eggs here are referred as grubs, the very initial stage of the child. So the worker ants carry the grubs about daily for airing, exercise, and sunshine. Come to the third question. You can pause the screen wherever required. That is why I'm using screen recording. What jobs are the new ants trained for? The meaning of the question is the ants, when they grow up and transform into a complete adult ant, what jobs are they trained for? So your answer is the new ants are trained as workers, comma, soldiers, comma, builders, comma, cleaners, etc. So this will be the answer for the third question. Coming to the fourth question, name some creatures that live in the ant hills. We have studied in the chapter that these ants also allow other creatures to live in the home that they make. So what are the name of those creatures is being asked. So your answer is some other creatures that live in ant hills are beetles, comma, lesser breeds of ants, and the green fly. I'll repeat the answer. Some other creatures that live in the ant hills are beetles, comma, lesser breed of ants, and the green fly. Coming to the fifth question. Mention 3 things we can learn from the tiny teacher. Give reasons for choosing these items. Mention 3 things जो आप you can learn from these tiny teachers that are the ants. अपने आंसर्स के लिए रीज़न भी देने हैं आपको. So coming to the answer, 3 things we can learn from the tiny teacher are sense of duty and discipline, cleanliness, and loyalty to the land where they live. These are the qualities that most human lack. So the reason is this. So I'll repeat the answer. 3 things we can learn from the tiny teacher are sense of duty and discipline, cleanliness, and loyalty to the land where they live. Full stop. These are the qualities that most human lack. That is why we choose these items to learn from those tiny creatures. Coming to the next question. This is the 6th question. The question number over here is missing. Just put it as question number 6 and write down in what ways is an ant's life peaceful. किस तरीके से एक ant की life peaceful होती है? Question mark. So the answer to this question will be an ant's life is peaceful because each ant does its share of work. Just a second. Write 6 over here. I'll repeat the answer. The ant's life is peaceful because each ant does its share of work intelligently and bravely and never fights with other members of the group. Full stop. Why is it peaceful? An ant's life is peaceful because each ant does its share of work intelligently and bravely and never fights with the other members of the group. That's it. So that's all. Coming to the last question, this question has to be done in your book itself. This is a question from your book exercises. I have discussed all other except this one. So in what you have to do, by the end of 6th question, your written part of the copy is over. So make a proper underline and finish the chapter and learn these answers. This has to be done in your book itself. So let's read what is this about. Complete the following poem with the words from the given box. There is a poem given and there are few words. You have to choose the correct words. So as the answer is written in the picture itself, so it's very clear. Soldiers live in barracks and birds कहाँ रहती हैं? Nest में. So the birds live in nest. Much like a snake that rests in a hole. Snake का घर hole होता है, so snakes rest in a hole. No horse is able to sleep except in a stable. A dog lives well, mind you, only in a kennel. To say hi to an ant if you will, you might have to climb an anthill. So these are the answers over here related to this particular question. So you can write it from here itself. These answers are the answers. So here in A column you will fill nest, in B hole, in C you will fill stable, in D you will write kennel, and E will have anthill. That's it. So by now we are done with this. I hope this is quite clear to you, and if there is any doubt remaining, please let your advisory know. I shall get back to you with the suitable answers. Till then, take care, stay at home and stay safe.